Hello, welcome to this little bit of a presentation I've put together on the Skinny Fat solution. My name is David Doherty, and I've put this together because I've been caught between fat loss advice and bodybuilding advice for most of my life, and caught losing and regaining the same 5 kg over and over again. Weight loss advice was always too makey uppy, demonizing food, having a points based system, earning your meals with exercise didn't really relate to it. And bodybuilding advice was just way too far away, way too extreme. And just meal plans, being really rigid, didn't really appeal to me. So when I was 31, I finally got serious and I studied nutrition, became a personal trainer, and went through my own transformation as well. Lost 22 kg, gained strength, and ultimately unlocked new levels of confidence. And why you should listen to me is I've had nearly 100 clients along the way in the last 18 months on their own fitness journey. So, just to understand Skinny Fat a bit more, I want to take you through some examples and some stories behind some of these transformations. You'll see transformations all over my Instagram, but here's some of the stories behind that you might relate to. So here we have client A. So post pregnancy, wedding coming up, and caught up in the influencer style floor ab workouts, fat burning 20 minute spinning class routine type of stuff, and really going nowhere. Again, similar to my own journey, um, looking slim in clothes, but ultimately feeling not very confident with the clothes off. And as you can see, in a short period of time here, this client actually had exercise in place and had cardio in place, but didn't really have any nutrition in place. And once we actually put that final piece of the puzzle together, we were able to see rapid fire results. And ultimately, she was happy and healthy and confident on her wedding day. So, another common avatar of the skinny fat type of person is the sporty guy. You know, he plays the GE, he plays the soccer, he's running from here to there. He's always seeming to be running himself into the ground, lots of cardio. But ultimately, this client here, client B, didn't really feel like, for all the work that he was putting in, didn't really have that athletic look. Didn't want to go too small. Um, just wanted that athletic look. So had the cardio, had the work ethic, and just didn't really, again, have the final piece of the puzzle, which is structure, focus on recovery and nutrition. And then again, in a short period of time, then we were able to really get him to where he wanted to be looks wise. And here we go. I have another classic case here, the serial dieter. I also fell into this category. You may also relate with this as well. Binging, restricting, trying keto, trying this and that, feast or famine. It's all or nothing, and ultimately ended up in binge restrict cycles. Again, losing the same sort of weight and regaining it over and over again. I think this was just shy of 10 kg in 10 to 13 weeks. Then we have the busy professional slash dad. This one was a little bit different because he kind of got away with it in his 20s. You know, didn't really look at nutrition or do much exercise, just kind of the daily got him by, and he was in quite an active job. But as he got older, hit towards 30, he slowed down a bit, driving more, walking less. The daily belly is catching up on him. And actually, in this particular case, an old injury was catching up on him as well. So lateral pelvic tilt, you'll see there, his hips are kind of just off center, and with some correction there, along with a nutrition, training, and cardio plan in a very short period of time there. We actually got him from having never set foot in a gym in his life to now just being consistently showing up in the gym 3 days a week. He's happy, he's healthy, he's confident, and he's achieved his goals of just not gassing out and, being that embarrassing out of shape dad. He's a happy, healthy, confident man now, and off into the sunset he has gone. And then this one, another one you might identify with, is real hard worker here. So this particular client has the weight training, has the motivation, work ethic like no other. And really, as you can see there, he had gone from this typical skinny fat look to actually we just trimmed down slightly the body fat and revealed the work that he had been doing underneath it all with some sensible cardio and a structured gym plan, along with firming up all of his nutrition. He's really smashed this one out of the park. So what is skinny fat? What is the whole root cause, or what's going on here? And the harsh reality is it's just the result of being average. So you're just doing everything just ordinary. You're not really doing any, exercise. You're spending too much time on Netflix. You're falling for the fake food trap in the supermarket. Not really measuring anything, not really going through with any direction, purpose, don't really have a deadline in place, other than maybe panicking about an upcoming holiday or something like that. And you also have an underlying sort of posture issue, most likely anterior or lateral pelvic tilt. So that's the root cause. But how do we solve it? Well, just like the fire triangle, you need three aspects to sort this out. So as I've just discussed with the clients there in the previous slides, some of these people actually had some of the triangle in place. Some of them had nutrition but no cardio or training. Some of them had cardio and training but no nutrition, and so on and so forth. So here's where the bodybuilding advice really stops you before you get started. And the bodybuilding advice is just find a TDEE calculator online, pop all your details in, get a calorie target, and aim for 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kg of body weight. Make sure your fats are in check, and all this kind of stuff that really just immediately is overwhelming, immediately is not making sense, feels more like, a math equation than actually understandable advice. So I said that the root cause of this is actually being average, and that's a bad thing. But if we flip that on its head and we use that to our advantage, the average is going to what gets you out of this. So we do not need to go into a big mad calorie deficit. Calorie deficit is the key, but we don't go into a big mad calorie deficit. So I've taken the guesswork out of it for you. Both male and female is on screen there for you. And basically, in terms of nutrition, men, 2,200 calories. Just go into your calorie tracking app, find one for free in the App Store. MyFitnessPal is the classic. Set it to 2,200 calories, 120 grams of protein. Don't let your fats drop more than 60 grams and fill the rest in with carbs. Women, 1,800. Set it in there for those calories, 110 protein, no less than 50 grams of fat, and fill in the rest with your carbs. So there's a 4+1 strategy here, right? And that is literally 4 meals and one little bit of a snack or a treat along the way. So for men, that's going to look like 4 500-calorie meals plus a coffee, a snack, a bag of crisps or whatever to make the other 200 calories up. And then for women, it is going to be 4 400-calorie meals, and then you've your 200 calories left over for your coffee, your snack, whatever. So you need to understand what you're doing. First of all, you'll see there's loads of random, recipes and high protein, low calorie. None of that is going to go through either. All we need to do is just break our meals down, space them out evenly, avoid what I said earlier on with a client slide, avoid the feast or famine mode. You don't want to be starving yourself all day, having a big dinner, and then that's it. You want to have these meals evenly spaced out, evenly sized, aim for 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal, and you'll be good. And there you go. You don't need the bodybuilding advice of a rigid meal plan, which, let's face it, the second you're out and about with your friends and you need a meal, or you go off the plan, you don't know what to do. So ultimately, having this goal and tracking and weighing your food is the only education you need on nutrition. Here's your set point to start from. Now with cardio, you can do anything you like, but the one with the lowest barrier of entry, you don't need any motivation and you're already doing it, is steps. And you will have already heard about 10,000 steps a day, which is great, but it's generic and it doesn't say, well, okay, cool, I'm doing 10,000 steps, what next? And what you're going to do is you're going to gamify this. So literally, just like in a video game, when you beat a level, your reward is the next level is a little bit trickier. So start with 10,000 steps a day, 70,000 steps a week. And the first time that you hit the 70,000 steps a week, congratulations, you've unlocked the next level, just 10% more, 11,000 steps a day, 77,000 steps a week. And you're going to progressively overload that. Basically, you're just going to make it a little trickier for yourself. Every time you hit that target, try and do more. And the same is going to apply to your training. So training is basically your resistance training, your weightlifting, your going to the gym, whatever it is you want to call it. The key here is to note that it is not exercise. Exercise is just going for a jog, doing a warm-up, some rudderless type of stretching, or you might be going to a class, which is all fine on its own to feel good, and it's good for the mental benefits and the cardio benefits of it, but you're not really actually following a set structured plan for a set period of time and training towards something. What we're training towards is getting stronger, having more muscle, and training towards losing that fat. So recovery is literally sleep and nutrition. So a lot of people get carried away with ice baths and saunas, and again, that's good for the mental benefits and the keeping you out of trouble or the routine, but sleep and nutrition is your number one there for recovery. And literally when it comes to your training, HEVY, HEVY, go in, download that app, pick a plan, whether it's 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, stick to it and do it for a minimum of 13 weeks. Get stronger, or if you're not adding weight, you're going to add reps. And without going into any further detail on that, because all three of these are really a separate topic for each one, and we want to kind of keep this one nice and neat, short, digestible, and really get you motivated here that you can actually do this. So I've covered nutrition, training, and the cardio framework, and you can take this and build out your own plan. Like I said, the 500 calories, it's not a case of, oh, here, go eat a load of fish and you don't even like fish, or you're a celiac, or you're allergic to something. I don't tell you what to eat. I don't give you a restrictive meal plan, but I have given you the framework where you can plug and play your favorite foods in there into that nutritional plan. HEVY via the app. There's loads of really good workouts there. You can set them out. And like I said, 10,000 steps a day or 70,000 steps a week. And every time you hit that target, add 10% for the following week. So that is essentially it. So if you want to work further with me or have a quick call with me and identify which part of the skinny fat triangle is missing and has you in the situation that you're in, whether that's nutrition, training, or cardio, we can develop out a plan for you that is going to get the results like I spoke about in the previous slides. Just pop me a message, or you can go to calendly.com/daviddohertycoaching/new-meeting, and you can pick literally a free 15-minute strategy call. I'll help you out with it. And if you want to work with me further, great. If you don't, what I give you on the call is yours to take away and implement. And finally, I'm going to keep it under the 15 minutes here now because we don't want to turn this into a podcast. Thank you very much. So any questions there, just do, of course, give me a shout, drop me a message, or book a 15-minute strategy call.